Jaya Prabhupada, 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 Jaya Prabhupada. Shri Guru Charana Padma Kevala Bhakti Sadma Shri Guru Charana Padma Kevala Bhakti Sadma Bando Mui Savadhana Mate Bando Mui Savadhana Mate Yahara Prasade Bhai He Bhavatoriya Jai Yahara Prasade Bhai He Bhavatoriya Jai Krishna Prapti ho jaha hoite Krishna Prapti hoy jaha hoite Guru Mukha Padma Vakya Chitte Koriya Aikya Guru Mukha Padma Vakya Chitte Koriya Aikya Ana kori ho mane asha Shri Guru Charane Rati Aise Utama Gati Je prasade pure sarva asha Je prasade pure sarva asha चक्षुदान दिलो जय जन्मे जन्मे प्रभु से चक्षुदान दिलो जय जन्मे जन्मे प्रभु से दिव्य ज्ञान हृदय प्रकाशित दिव्य ज्ञान हृदय प्रकाशित प्रेमा भक्ति जहाँ होते अविद्या विनाश जाते प्रेमा भक्ति जहाँ होते अविद्या विनाश जाते वेदे गाय जहर चरित वेदे गाय जहर चरित श्री गुरु करुणा सिंधु अधम जनर बंधु श्री गुरु करुणा सिंधु अधम जनर बंधु लोकनाथ लोकेरा जीवाना लोकनाथ लोकेरा जीवाना आहा प्रभु करो दया देहो मोरे पाद छाया आहा प्रभु करो दया देहो मोरे पाद छाया आहा प्रभु करो दया देहो मोरे पाद छाया बेजा सुशुक्रिभुवाना बेजा सुशुक्रिभुवाना पिला प्रभुपाद भक्ति तपवाना पिला प्रभुपाद लोइला शराना जय प्रभुपादा जय प्रभुपादा प्रभुपादा जय प्रभुपादा जय प्रभुपादा जय प्रभुपादा प्रभुपादा जय प्रभुपादा जय प्रभुपादा जय प्रभुपादा प्रभुपादा जय प्रभुपादा जय जय गुरुदेव 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 गुरुदेव
Paramahamsa Parimirakacharya Astatarasata C.C. Modest Divine Grace A.C. Bhaktivedanta Swami Jina Prabhupada Ki Nitya Lila Pravishta Om Paramahamsa Parimirakacharya Astatarasata C.C. Modest Divine Grace Srila Bhakti Siddhanta Saraswati Thakur Prabhupada Ki Ananta Koti Vaishnavrinda Ki ISKCON Founder Acharya Srila Prabhupada Ki Namacharya Srila Haridas Thakur Ki Prem se kaho Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhar Shri Vasadi Gaura Bhakta Vrinda Ki Shri Shri Radha Krishna Gopinath Shama Kund Radha Kund Giri Govardhan ki, Shri Vrindavan Dham ki, Shri Mayapur Navadvip Dham ki, Shri Jagannath Puri Dham ki, Ganga Mai ki, Jamuna Mai ki, Tulsi Devi ki, Bhakti Devi ki, Shri Harinam Sankirtan ki, Gaura Premanandi. All glories to the assembled devotees. All glories to Shri Guru and Shri Gauranga. Jaya Radha Madhava Kunja Bihari Jaya Radha Madhava Kunja Bihari Gopi Jana Vallabha Girivardhari Gopi Jana Vallabha Girivardhari Jasodanandana Brajajana Ranjana Jasodanandana Brajajana Ranjana Yamuna Hiravana Yadhi Yamana Hiravana Yadhi Jaya Radha Madhava Kunjami Radhi Jaya Radha Madhava Kunjami Radhi Gopi Jana Vallabha Girivardhari Gopi Jana Vallabha Girivardhari Yasodanandana Prajajanarandana Yasodanandana Prajajanarandana Yamuna Tiravana Yade Yamuna Tiravana Yade Jaya Radha Madhava Kunjabi Radhe Jaya Radha Madhava Kunjabi Radhe Jayam Vishnupad Paramahamsa Harivadagacharya Astatara Satasi Simad His Divine Grace A.C. Bhaktivedanta Swami Srila Prabhupada Ananta Koti Vaishnava Vindiki Or Premanandi. Okay. Again, compliments to all of you for Mona Vrata. Didn't have to say anything. Maybe somebody already said it. Well done. And please remember at the end, too. Now, by design, this is intended to be a short class. I hope it'll be a short class. And the reason is, on your mark, get set, go. This is our starting slide. The awesome task ahead of us. We are all huddled in the holy, around the holy name. Probably many of us have been preparing in anticipation of chanting the holy name with purity and sincerity, with a heart-rending plea to Nama Prabhu to give full mercy to this fallen soul and for everybody else in the assembly. So we're calling out like that. Here's a little girl, and she's trying hard to hear something that probably for the past 19 years, this is year number 20, I like very much sharing from Bhaktisiddhanta Saraswati Thakur about hearing. And I've titled it, The Ear Conquers the Mind. So I'm just going to read. This is from his letters dated December 18, 1928. The name of the Lord and the Lord himself are not two separate entities, but when the sound of the holy name passes over the lips, the conditioned sense of hearing and the conditioned consciousness initially process the sound as if it were material, and that is how it is perceived. As a result, only the external ear hears it. Paragraph. Since the other senses and the mind, which is the collector of sensory experience, are envious of the ear, which they consider to be an equal partner, the result is that such chanting does not affect the cleansing of anarthas. Insufficient. Paragraph. We do not have the capacity even to theoretically know that the name and the Lord of the name are one. Yet, just as piercing of the ear is one of the Vedic rites for a young child, when our spiritual ear has been pierced by the holy name, the other senses give up their envy of the auditory sense. Small thing. They no longer quibble with the ear, which alone can perceive transcendental sound. Then the flood of prema pours forth from all the spiritual senses and cleans away the contaminants of opposition and malice. He's so good with words. Thereafter, the Lord's beautiful form, qualities, associates, and pastimes are revealed in the name Himself with a capital H, and experienced by the chanter as something quite distinct from his previous experiences in the mundane world. Then the kinds of worries and distractions of the mind that are typical of the conditioned living entity cannot remain. When we learn to hear as we chant, the opportunity to remember Krishna will automatically arise. At that time, Ashtakaliya Lila Smarana will become possible. There is no need artificially to try for it, but we should constantly pray to the holy name for his mercy. And that's just a letter. I mean, just a letter. Letters was for Bhaktisiddhanta and Srila Prabhupada, following Bhaktisiddhanta, a very important educator tool. Of just a couple comments. I hope you noticed the similarity or the using Bhaktisiddhanta's own language, but the similarity of this nice prayer or poem or writing by Bhaktisiddhanta, but from Sharanagati about the holy name, and his experience of hearing, entering the heart, then manifesting, the holy name manifesting itself, etc., and this nice expression, as we saw yesterday, Vishwanath Chakravarti Thakur from Prayers by the Personified Vedas, of the mind being like a lake, and one same message. When one is striving to hear, so may us all be striving to hear the auditory sense, and not just this thing on the side of the head, but the spiritual ear, because there is such a thing with the spiritual ear. It's kind of mystical. What's a spiritual ear? No, it's all of it. The covering is a covering over something, and the something is spiritual senses and spiritual mind and spiritual self. So the way to access that spiritual self and spiritual everything is through the ear. That's the teaching here. Therefore, this little girl, she looks like somebody I know, but I won't say who it is. Our basic foundational process, hearing. Purification is based on our quality of hearing. there's the sound entering the holes of the ear, but then if we're striving to hear, then it goes beyond just that mechanical auditory sense. Without training in hearing, we get a problematic ISKCON. Ooh. This is our Vaishnava etiquette seminar topic. Avoid having messes to be cleaned up. Advance through hearing. So the external can become settled by the internal. And when the internal is right, then we can handle the external properly. And otherwise, there's conflicts that arise from a fundamental problem. We're human beings, means we're conditioned, and not, to those who are situated properly in the hearing process, conflicts subside. They don't become zero, but they subside. I don't know if all of you know, but probably some of you know, Madhava, after he left here, he started on the Sadhu Sangha retreat, and then the East Coast, and then he came here, and then Chicago Temple, and then he went to the West Coast, and same Madhava message. I don't know with a Mauritian accent, it just makes it really nice. From the heart. With a deep gravel voice, chant from the heart. And that's what he does. And the melody is what the melody is, and some persons like more melody than one. And he from the heart. And those that hear, as he encourages, feel it. Hear with the heart. Meaning, the ear, what's the heart? That's a whole topic. It's the soul proper. And that's the heart of the heart. It's who we really are. We have a revved up intelligence that constantly wants to evaluate and work with something. Thus we remain restless, and japa is not satisfying. Thus, we may dutifully continue our sadhana, but without qualitative hearing. So this is the steps to go beyond those normal ways that we engage ourselves. It's a great opportunity. Here's Srila Prabhupada, morning walk in Mumbai. Devotee said, Srila Prabhupada, it's very difficult to control my mind when I chant. It wanders. So, what is the controlling of mind? You have to chant and hear, that's all. You have to chant with your tongue, and the sound you hear, that's all. What's the question of mind? I don't know how satisfied the devotee was, but that was Prabhupada's response. Look at the intensity of his look. What's the problem? So this is a nice graphic, and this is equating Srimad Bhagavatam with the holy name. Srimad Bhagavatam at the bottom in small letters, the essence of all scriptures, and from the essence of all scriptures comes everything, and starting with the holy name. The whole Srimad Bhagavatam is in the holy name. The whole spiritual world is in Mahamantra. Our relationship with Radha Krishna is the Mahamantra. Nice graphic. You see all the books on the left side, and the devotee doing his sadhana on the lower right side, and Krishna's pastimes over there on the far left and different realms. It's a nice drawing or depiction. Srimad Bhagavatam, giving everything. Okay. I'm going to try to go quickly. This is a nice reference from Canto 5, Chapter 6, where Prabhupada is commenting on the teachings of Rishabhdev. After capturing animals, a cunning hunter does not put faith in them, for they might run away. Similarly, those who are advanced in spiritual life do not put faith in the mind. Indeed, they always remain vigilant and watch the mind's actions. All learned scholars have given their opinion. The mind is by nature very restless, and one should not make friends with it. If we place full confidence in the mind, it may cheat us at any moment. Even Lord Shiva became agitated seeing Mohini, form of Lord Krishna, and Shalbari Muni fell down from the mature stage of yoga perfection. There's Shalbari Muni, there's Lord Shiva, fell down. So Prabhupada liked this word, our first business. It seems like it's like duty, or the essence of our being. That's our business, our first business. So this is Prabhupada's purport to that verse. The first business of one trying to advance in spiritual life is to control the mind and senses. Although the living entities are part and parcel of the Supreme Lord and are therefore in a transcendental position, they are still suffering in this material world and struggling for existence due to the mind and senses. To get out of this false struggle for existence and become happy in the material world, one has to control the mind and senses and be detached from material contamination. So this statement by Bhaktisiddhanta is the process of hearing takes care of it. The ear is superior to the mind and the other senses. The other senses want to consider themselves equal. That's Bhaktisiddhanta's writing. But when there is hearing, there's no longer a quibble or a competition. Who's superior? The ear is superior. If and when the hearing it goes on properly, there's plenty of distractions. Hey. So let the mind I like that expression that Hemangi used, put the mind in a box. Really? Okay, I like it. I'll take credit for that one. That's it. Distance from the mind, approach your heart. So here's the little graphic on the head and the heart. And again, commentary on the same verse from Canto 5, Chapter 6. An unchaste woman is very easily carried away by paramours, and it sometimes happens that her husband is violently killed by her paramours. If the yogi gives his mind a chance and does not restrain it, his mind will give facility to enemies like lust, anger, and greed, and they will doubtlessly kill the yogi. The mind is the root cause of lust, anger, pride, greed, lamentation, illusion, and fear. Watch out. Combined, these constitute bondage to fruitive activity. What learned man would put faith in the mind? In other words, when you don't put the mind in a box. We'll check into you later. It's okay. You'll be all right. This is Bhakti Siddhanta. Sometimes he would say, in the morning of first business, should beat the mind with shoes 100 times morning. Before going to bed, beat the mind 100 times with a broomstick. Look at the broomstick. Before going to bed. In this way, one's mind can be kept under control. Prabhupada's purport. So here's the mind is like a lake again. No, I like this image. So there was a little discussion on it. So I don't need to go too much into the discussion. But within, on the left, there's this nice devotee. He's making an effort to hear. He heard Bhakti Siddhanta and others instruct this, so he's trying to hear while chanting. And then the mind may become more peaceful like a calm lake. And when the lake is very calm, Krishna may appear. Same Bhakti Siddhanta, same Bhakti Vinod, same Vishwanath Chakravarti, same for those that are elevated souls. Krishna may appear. And when Krishna appears, he doesn't stand still. So he's active and he performs, and so that it's like the fish in the water. Then there's this making of waves in the lake of the mind, but it's Krishna. May that good fortune come to all of you. However, we need to use the mind to go beyond the mind. What does that mean? Here's a wheel spinning in the mud. It's the intention of this particular image. What if I find myself in an unrelenting struggle? What's that? However much we try, it seems like we're just not making any headway. We might feel alone in the wilderness. Advice, stay committed, stay determined. Vishwanath Chakravarti Thakur, once again, Canto 10, Chapter 60, writes, when the affectionate bond between a young man and young woman can never be destroyed, even when there is every cause for the destruction of that relationship, the attachment between them is said to be pure love. So there's no pure love in this world, but that's his definition. And then supposing there's no joy, what do we do? Vishwanath Chakravarti Thakur comments on this. We continue to try to bring pleasure to Krishna's senses. Nice? So here's the fellow at the lake, and it's calm, but there's no experience of Krishna showing himself. So what to do? Continue. Today, it's a long stretch of time. I'll stop speaking shortly. Strive to hear unconditionally. And what's the focus? Bring pleasure to Krishna's senses for his pleasure. That's it. And if there's an anticipation, I'm at the center, it's for my pleasure, and I want this experience, etc., then maybe nothing will happen, at least apparently. So this is it's a nice place at Calm Lake. So now we'll end. This is a nice verse by Madhavendra Puri, and let's hear some music. Are we going to hear some music? See down there, there's that little horn. That means there's a sound coming.
निपुणा भ्रान्तं मुहुर्वैदिका मन्दं बान्धवसञ्चया जडधियं मुक्तादरा सोदरा उन्मत्तं धनिनो विवेकचतुरा कामं महादाम्बिकम् मोक्तुं न क्षमते मनागपि मनो गोविन्दपादस्पृहा मुग्धं मां निगदन्तु नीतिनिपुणा भ्रान्तं मुहुर्वैदिका मन्दं बान्धवसञ्चया जडधियं मुक्तादरा सोदरा उन्मत्तं धनिनो विवेकचतुरा कामं महादाम्बिकम् मोक्तुं न क्षमते मनागपि मनो गोविन्दपादस्पृहा
Moralist, accuse me of being illusioned. I don't mind. Experts in Vedic activities may slander me as being misled. Friends and relatives may call me frustrated. My brothers may call me a fool. The wealthy Mammonites may point me out as mad. And the learned philosophers may assert that I am much too proud. Still, my mind does not budge an inch from the determination to serve the lotus feet of Govinda, though I be unable to do it. That's determination. So may you all be very determined today. Secret to success. Our acharyas want, there's givers, and please receive their blessing. Don't budge an inch from their lotus feet. And this is our final slide. The deep dive image at the very beginning. And there's Srila Prabhupada that, went with so much effort. His life was dedicated to this, what we're doing today. And the rest of our life as devotees. So receive the mercy. That's our message, and it's 8 o'clock, and I'm not going to take questions. And I all wish you well, happy journey. And we'll see you again at 5 o'clock. Srila Prabhupada ki, Nang Sankirtan ki, Gaur Premanandi.